male deer and all male deers, they actually lose their antlers every year. So around September for ours, he will drop them off and then regrow them. And until so his antlers will still get a little bit bigger after this year. So they contain a fair bit of history for us as well. So you'll notice that the Przewalski's wild horses look actually a bit more like a donkey. They are very much a wild horse. So that means that no one could ever ride them, they can't be domesticated. In a scenario like Monarto Safari Park, they can be conditioned to respond to keepers for health checks, but they could never be tamed like a domestic horse. We've had great success breeding Mongolian wild horse over the years, and actually in the 90s we were able to release some back to Mongolia.
How many here? No.
Because we always have some animals behind the scenes, it's always hard to know exactly.
I know.
Over in the far corner you will also see our herd of American bison. Once upon a time, the American bison was thought to be critically endangered, but thanks to conservation efforts, we don't worry about them anymore at all. They are doing very, very well in places such as Yellowstone National Park. The Black Rhino bus stop. At this bus stop, you could choose to get off and walk between our two Black Rhino habitats. Go for a little run up to his habitat there. I think he knows that dinner time is near and he's getting a bit excited.
उसके लिए फूड आया है लगता है मेरे को खाने के लिए ना, वो उसका केयर करने वाला आया लगता है, उसको कुछ फूड लेके तो भाग रहा है उसके पीछे। वो देखो रेनो आ रहा है, भाग रहा है गाड़ी के पीछे।
हाथी का मुंह बदला हुआ है।
पूरा हाथी जैसा है।
नहीं
वो आ गया, वो गाड़ी को चेज कर रहा है। ये आ गया, वो रुक गया। देख लो यहाँ से, वो पीछे देखो ना, वो देखो वो सभी आ गए हैं। वही नजदीक आ गया हमारे को देखने के। वो देखो।
Have our rhino in separate habitats is because they are both male and they're a bit territorial. So black rhino have very bad eyesight, but they have really good hearing. So they get scared really easily and we don't want them to fight.
वो देखो ज़ेब्रा, ज़ेब्रा। ये बस के आगे है दो ज़ेब्रा।
So we do have two of our zebra here. So when a baby zebra is first born, it has to look at its mum's bottom so that it knows.
कितने सारे डियर, वाव, कितने बड़े बड़े हैं, छोटे छोटे बेबीज। पूरा झुंड है डियर का। ये देखिए आप।
So this here, but in this herd there is only one adult male. You can see him because he has
big horns. Yeah.
So there's quite a few young ones in our herd.
Only one male.
And essentially that one adult male is dad. young ones at the moment.
Okay, lucky.
So all the females and all the young ones have to put their trust in that one adult male. When the young males get old enough, they will go and be part of our bachelor herd. So if it's a herd of just boys, they will be fine. But if there is a female in the herd, they will fight. Mesopotamian fallow deer. Now, sort of in the middle-ish, you'll see what looks like a young deer. That is actually Willow, and she is one of the black bucks. She was hand-raised and decided she prefers the company as the deer. So she spends most of her time hanging out with the deer, even though she's a black buck. If you have a look out to the door side, we have some of our ostrich, which is the largest bird. The black ostrich are the males and the grey ones are the females. And this coloration really helps them when it comes time to have a nest. So overnight it would be the male ostrich that sits on the nest because he is darker and can better camouflage when it's dark. But when the sun comes up, it will be the female that takes over nesting duties.
यहाँ तो जिराफ तो है नहीं है बेबी, ये ब्रिज के पास से जा रहे हैं।
वो देखो कितने बड़े जिराफ हैं।
कहाँ पे? हाँ वो है दीदी जिराफ, वो सामने है, इधर से देख लो, उतनी दूरी से कितने बड़े बड़े जिराफ।
So we have our herd of giraffe that we're coming up to now as well. Our herd is made up of primarily females, some young giraffe, and only one male. So like the black buck, we only have one male in here, and the rest of the males are in a bachelor herd.
वो सामने है, हाँ उधर से कितनी दूर है, यहाँ कितनी पास आ गए हम। अतिथि देखो ध्यान से, कितने बड़े जिराफ। ना we can't go out, just no stop, they can stop, can stop. ये देखिए जिराफ, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 14 zebra भी है, 2 zebras over there, और दूसरे जंगली जानवर। इनको घास डाला है दीदी, ये देखो ये घास खा रहे हैं, ये फीडिंग। ये देखो कितना बड़ा है, देखो वाओ। जिराफ देखो आप, वो कैसे अलग अलग कलर है, वो बेबी जेब्रा। देखो गाय जैसा लग रहा है।
On the door side of the bus, we have one of our eland, and it's giving us quite a good view of its neck. And under the neck, you'll notice it has a very large flap of skin. This is called a dewlap, and it actually acts as a bit of an inbuilt air conditioning system. So it has blood that runs through the dewlap and helps cool down its body.
That's amazing. ये देखिए बेबी जिराफ। वाह ऐसे खड़ा है बस के आगे। वाह बस से ऊंचा, बस से भी बड़ा है। देख रहा है तुम्हारा। हेलो। और देखो बेबी जिराफ। एक वो सामने 2 घूम रहे हैं, एक वो सभी बसों के बस की तरफ आ रहे हैं, वो है सबसे बड़ा ये है पीछे वाला, देखो कितनी बड़ी गर्दन है इसकी।
मजा आ गया। नबू उतरना आराम से हेलो करका नहीं।
ये भी एक छोटा सा बेबी।
दूसरे केड़े दिए
यहाँ पानी पी रहा था ये। और सभी जा रहे हैं एक साइड में, इनका फीडिंग स्टेशन। घास डाल रखा है, देखो कितना बड़ा है। वाह वाह, गाय नहीं है बेबी, ये कुछ और है ये। और इसको टैग लगा रखा है इसके कान पे।
Farming family to own the land before it became Monarto Safari Park. And in that very small house with 7 people, it was mum, dad, grandma and 4 children, all living in that very small house. Out the back, you will notice what is left of their kitchen. All that's left really is the chimney. But they kept that outside to try and maintain as much space inside the house as possible. The roof on the building is not the original roof. Over the years it has been carefully restored so that we can preserve some of the important history of our park. So these big buildings here, on the right was what was a stable and the left building was the grain store that was the temporary home. The white rhino is a bit more social than the black rhino, so they don't mind maybe a couple of other young calves to all live together. The white rhino is not white, just like the black rhino is not black. And this comes from a bit of a miscommunication when they were being named. So in the Afrikaans language, the white rhino was called the white rhino, which actually means wide and was describing the rhino's mouth. So the white rhino has a very wide mouth made for grazing along the ground, which is where the white name came from.
कैमरा फिट किया हुआ वहाँ पे। Guys,
ओए स्मॉल कैंगरू, कम ऑन जंप। ये देखिए कितना बड़ा राइनो खड़ा है, कितना बड़ा नाक पे इसके सींग है, खड़ा धूप सेक रहा है। अतिथि देखा आपने? कहाँ पे है? दित्या, फॉलो द रूल। इसके पीछे रहना, अगर यहाँ से गिरा तो ये तुम्हारे को खा लेगा। इधर देखो, इधर देखो, बस आ गई, चलो बस में चढ़ो। बस आ गई, जूलूप आ गई। ये बस ऑलरेडी फुल थी, तो अब हमारे को अगली बस ट्राई करना पड़ेगा। तो वी विल गो अनदर लिंक ऐसे बस से स्कूल बस।
Which is quite a bit different to the black rhino earlier, which is a more pointy mouth. The girls, their heads are so heavy it's hard for them to hold it up for long, so they're grazing animals, they graze the grasses off the ground. Whereas the black rhino has the pointy mouth and they are browsing animals.
They're just playing.
Use their mouth like our fingers to pull leaves out of trees.
वो देखो,
कब जब लायंस कब गए?
वो देखो 3 है, वो देखो तीनों कॉर्नर में।
हाँ पर वो लाइन्स थोड़ी ना है।
वही है।
ये वो तो कप से ये लोग कप से कप
लाइन्स आगे आएंगे।
कप इस लाइन के बेबीज होते हैं, ये लाइन के बेबी का। सो अभी लाइन्स बड़े वाले वो अभी आगे आएंगे, ये
आज 6 लाइन आगे आएंगे, ये उनके बेबी।
हाँ बेबी है छोटे छोटे।
Under the trees
ये
a bit
देखिए
further up, so get a lovely close view of that one there.
ये वाला ये देखो सामने behind the tree.
ये देखिए क्या खा रहा है ये तेंदुआ।
I mean, generally they're meat eaters. They might be a bit like dogs, where occasionally they might eat a bit of grass. Yeah.
Okay,
But,
then. वो चला गया।
so we've got the other one just.
हाँ, ये क्या है?
चीटा चीटा
चीटा।
वो जो पहला वाला था वो ये वाला था चीटा।
ओके, वो भी चीटा था।
हाँ वो चीटा चीटा चीटा
eating something।
चीटा चीटा
ये खा रहा है कुछ।
ये वो ही खा रहा है ग्रास सा चीज।
ग्रास खाता
उन्होंने
है।
बोला नहीं था कि
जैसे डॉग खाते हैं ना, वैसे ग्रास खाता है ये।
क्योंकि जैसे कि
वो देखो भाग गया, वो भाग गया।
मोस्टली तो
There we go.
मोस्टली वो मीट खाता है
वो
वैसे।
भाग गया।
I'll finish mine. I'm going to check out what you've got. Right down there, so we'll catch them in a while. Don't know what they're looking at down there. Possibly keepers in there. If you have a look back here over the hill, can you see the hotel up on the hill? Out on Paul's side of the bus. There's our new hotel being built. It's well on the way. It's all being fitted out inside. With them, they've got the intelligence of about a 4 or 5-year-old child. And they love at the end of the day coming up, having a scratch and a tickle along the back of the neck. So they really quite a unique animal.
ये क्या है पापा?
Now with the hyena, it's a matriarchal society, which means the girls are in charge. Even the smallest little girl is higher in rank than any male. And that's quite a bit different to the dogs that we'll see later. So
पापा
the females get to eat first.
Dogs.
They're in charge. So you'll see they've all got different coat patterns, a mixture of brown, tan, black and white. They look a little bit like the kids have got in the paint box, hence their name, African Painted Dog. But the thing they've got in common is that white tip on the end of the tail. They are endurance hunters. They can run up to 30 kilometres to go hunting. They can do that 2 or 3 times a day. If they make a kill, they stop and eat it, then they'll go back to the den and they'll regurgitate it to feed the young and the old and the sick. So everyone gets fed in the dog world. Oh, and they're watching the bus come through. You'll see we've got one of them there's got 3 legs. Yeah, don't knock on the windows because that might actually scare them off. Well, that may not be a bad thing.
Hello. Oh, कितने प्यारे हैं.
So we've got
very
one there with
dangerous.
3 legs and had
Cute
into the
like
paw
that.
and wasn't able to
आओ
take
तुम्हें
the
दिखाते
wing.
हैं मोनार्टो जू के शेर।
That's quite normal in the wild. They
पहले
wouldn't
देख
make
लो ये
kills
पीछे
every
बैठी
day of the
शेरनी,
week, so they have
फिर
some
दिखाएंगे आपको हम
days.
मोनार्टो के शेर।
So you, as well as our younger ones. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. As I said, look down by those white containers. There's some boys in there just waiting for their dinner. The boys, they get a slab of meat that's around about 7 or 8 kilos and it goes in a matter of minutes. It's quite amazing to feed them their evening meal and watch how quick it goes. The one that's yawning there, that's one of our young boys. You can see he's sleeping. They may help with hunting if it's a big animal that the girls can't bring down alone, but otherwise they leave the work to the females. exercise yard where that keeper is just doing a bit of picking up poo. I take it the fact that she's in there means that the lions aren't. So isn't it a glamorous life being a keeper?
तो ये था हमारा ट्रिप आज का। ये हम निकल रहे हैं बाहर बस से आके। ये बने हैं एनिमल्स की फ़ोटोज़ दीवार पे और अभी कर रहे हैं बाइंड अप। अगर आपको वीडियो हमारा अच्छा लगा तो प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल शारदा फैमिली ब्लॉग्स। प्लीज़ लाइक, सब्सक्राइब and share if you like. Thank you very much.